If you don't end war, war will end us. Such a beautiful statement from H.G.Wells. And it was very close to what you sow shall you reap. And if you try to put something into a child's head and say the child is, you are looking so pretty, and you can find the child always coming very pretty, and you tell the child you are stupid, you are acting stupid, and child always doubles that stupidity, yes, it carries that, exactly same, yes. It is how you put things to put things to others. You have to cleanse yourself so that from the cleansing a beautiful thought arises for the others and for others to think beautiful in you. If you don't end war will end us, said Herbert George Wells, born on 21st September 1866 in London. He died on 13 August 1946 in London, was an English writer. He wrote dozens of novels, short stories, and works of social commentary, history, biography, and autobiography. Works also include two books on recreation war games. Wells is now best remembered for his science fiction novels and is often called the father of science fiction, along with Jules Verne and the publisher Hugo Gernsback. H.G. Wells said, if you don't end war, yes, war is hate. War is the words which coming out from your mouth unnecessary, which has been recorded as bookish knowledge without your experience. That comes as war. A war is nothing but the fear. When you look into the eyes of your opponent and you start getting frightened, he think he is also frightened of you. Yes, he is also terribly frightened of you. Yes, both are frightened. You look right into the eyes of the opponent and you can stare right in the eyes of the opponent. You can see, and he is unable to stare back. His power, he started shivering. He is carrying a borrowed knowledge and easy to beat him. 50% fight is won. Same on you, the war in you, the hate in you. Every time you start throwing a judgment on the people, a hate judgment, and that makes you to become sick. That makes you not to love others, and you keep on telling people, the whole world, nobody is loving me, nobody is trying to understand me. Did you try to understand others without a judgment? Did you try to love others without a judgment? Did you try to work like a karma yogi without expecting any results? When you love somebody, you are expecting love back. That was the first stage of your failures. Do not expect anything back. When you expect, that means you have thrown a love out of your borrowed knowledge. If you don't end war, if you don't end hate, hate will end us. In that hate, if you don't end diseases, diseases will end us. Your easiness is dislocated from your hate thinking. From where the hate came, from where the diseases came, from an unhealthy attitude. From where the unhealthy attitude came, because early birds catches the best prey. This goes to saying, when the sun came up, he is the guest, he is the chief guest. You forgot to welcome him. Much before he comes, yes, you get up and you do your Surya Namaskar. Much before he is up, you clean the house, lit a lamp, and removed all the virus, the negativity from the house, and you sang a beautiful song called the Bhajan. Getting ready to just open up your body to the sun goddess. Once you know the sun goddess to do the Surya Namaskar, you have become a small scientist. You are not dependent on the sun, you become independent thinking of the sun. And you start independent thinking, you start thinking, why don't I use him? He's coming and giving beautiful light. Then you become an artist. an architect. You start opening the windows on your eastern side. When you construct a house, you break the wall and you make sure that the eastern side sunlight falls right inside. So to fall right inside, you open the window much before the sun came. And when the sun sets in the west, yes, you open the windows on the western side. And when the sun comes in the center, you have a small corridor right in the center open to the sunlight, where the sunlight falls inside. All the germs are killed and you can dry many of your clothes and other things. Your house goes in a square. You have allowed the wind to come inside and pass from the other side. Cross ventilation, you understood. And then you understood, why don't I utilize the sun? It is free. That sunlight is, if you can give this much of light, and why should I depend on? Why should I depend on the electricity board? Daytime I don't use light at all, because my windows are open this side and that side and that side and this side. When it's very hot, I close the other side and open this side. And I know which side wind comes. I use the solar panels to collect electricity for my night if I want to use it for my other cooking things. Wind energy, yes. And when rainwater falls right in the center, I collect it up. I do not have to go anywhere. Right in the center of my quadrangle, there's water falling. And you have brought love. If you don't end war, if you don't do all these things, you are on a war path, said H.G.Wells. You are on a war. You are talking about war between other countries and other things about terrorists. From where the terrorists come? Terrorist is only a disease. Your listeners is dislocated is a terrorist. You are the creator of a terrorist. Because when you are clean, the disease cannot come. You are going to the gym, you are going to the aerobics, you are going to this and that to cleanse the external part. But are you practicing every day? Having a big muscle and good body, but what about cleaning inside? You're cleansed out externally, and you put your lipstick, your powder, your tip-top dresses. What about cleaning inside? For cleaning inside, you have to go to naturopathy to learn what is fasting. How to cleanse the bowels. And then you understand the totality is very important. In that totality, you can now you can talk about getting married. Yes, because you're going with the open heart to love, not to accept, not to demand love. You're just going there to give love from the rainwater harvesting, from the solar, from the wind energy. Yes. You know how the windows to be opened, an architect, an artist is involved in all those things to avoid war. Otherwise, you go to the husband's house, to the wife's house, there is war. You keep suspecting anything and everything, and then courts comes, police stations comes. You are the creator of the police stations and the courts. Courts are removed. Police stations are removed. Your house is so beautiful. That house is called the family, a loving family. And from the loving family, a love child is born that becomes the most intelligent child for our country. A Vivekananda, yes, Paramananda, yes. A Buddha in the house, yes. A Krishna in the house, beautiful. And from there, you can go and tell, I have friends. When you are dirty, you are going creating disease outside. Disease spreads, they say. Keep your face mask. Disease spreads. Same. If you are not loud over here, you don't need even a face mask. It spreads. If you cleanse it, you remove the face mask. Only love can spread. Then you can call it as a joint family. Then you can say, I have a friend, because you will give the friend without expecting anything back. Then the family tree stands. That family tree is the pyramid which we are looking. In that pyramid, no atom bombs and nuclear bombs can destroy it, and no terrorist dare enter, because it is made out of love. Love can move mountains. H.G.Wells, if you don't end war, if you don't end hate, if you don't end our laziness will destroy us.